What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got Facebook arguments. But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. So this past week or 2 weeks or so, I have been seeing a lot of controversy around this little female right here. And as you can see, you got a guy. I'm guessing maybe her cousin, maybe her brother. I don't know, obviously it might be a family member, right? And you see that they're all holding guns. And obviously she's going to a prom. And as you can see on her caption, it says she bought her Glock from the messy hoes that tried it, or that tried to fight her. And supposedly she had a full ride scholarship somewhere and she lost it because of this. Of course she got her prom picture right here. I guess got a picture of her on her own shirt, and in caption it says, "If nobody's proud of me, I am. I've been working very hard to get to where I am. I'm still not where I am yet, but blah blah. TSU will see me this summer. I'm ready to start my new journey." So as you can tell, what I'm saying, they say she's a straight A student, very smart, and like I said, speaks for herself, man. She has a full ride going somewhere. These pictures are what people are getting upset about. Holding guns in the prom pictures. And I'm pretty sure it just don't stop there. It's the caption too. But you're holding guns and everything, you got this one with the shotgun or whatever. That's what it looked like on Call of Duty. Then you got this other picture where you got the guy, look like they're both holding a pistol up to the camera, and the guy's holding a pistol or a gun or whatever. My only thing is, of course you're gonna get backlash from it. What we gotta understand, white people and black people are very different. Black people gonna have to do a whole lot more to make it and be successful than white people do. It's a fact. It's America that we're living in. It's America that we're living in. So that's something that we're gonna have to accept and adapt to. So let's read some of the comments that came with that. So somebody posted this under their picture. "All these people of color downing this young lady. If it was a white person, it would have been a cool pic. Wake up, people. She made a mistake. We've all made them before, just different circumstances." We got 46 people liking that, right? So of course they agree with her. I then responded to that and said, "There's a mistake and then there's a bad choice. She made a bad choice. Y'all gotta stop making excuses, man. If white people can hold guns, then so should black people. But sadly, we seen it all the time. This is not how reality works." It's facts. That's not how reality works. We keep thinking that because white people can do it, we can do it. That's not how life has never worked that way. Just because white people can do it doesn't mean we can do it. If white people are sagging, they're just gonna be like, well, they're just trying to be like black folk. But if black folk are sagging, they're thugs. We already have a negative connotation on us. We already have a negative perception on us. When we hold guns, we're looked at as thugs. But when white folk hold guns, they're just looked at as country white folk or just white folk. But there's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that. There's a reason behind that we put that stereotype on us. But let's just keep reading. "Secondly, them white folks not posing with guns and writing a caption, 'She bought a Glock from the messy hoes.' Like, nigga, what?" When black dudes and black women pose with guns, we know what a lot of these niggas' intentions are with them shits, and it ain't hunting no birds. We as black people put a negative stereotype on black folk posing with guns, which is facts. Like I said, we do. We put negative stereotypes on ourselves. We put a negative stereotype on ourselves. If you go to any black person's page that's high school, in their early 20s, early 30s, that's in the hood or whatever, you go look at their pictures with them posing with guns. You tell me what the captions say. Tell me if it ain't them trying to murk somebody, hurt somebody, do something. We put that negative stereotype on us. When you go look at Becky, you go look at Sarah, you go look at damn Jimmy and Larry. When they posing guns with the damn cows and dogs and shit, what are they posing guns? What are their captions? "We went to go catch some ducks today. We went to go catch some ducks today. I done shot 5 birds in the head today. I done, shot 3 deers and took some veal or whatever." They're not talking about killing anybody but some animals, which I don't know why. I mean, you have a problem if I punch a bald eagle, but you won't have a problem with somebody trying to wipe out a whole nation of deer. But I mean, hey, that's them. But at the end of the day, what are the white folk posting? What are white folk posting pictures with guns for? Just to show that they're out hunting. I've never seen no black man post no picture. I haven't seen no black guy in the hood post no picture talking about, man, he about to go hunt some damn deer. Talking about he about to go shoot some birds out the sky. Never seen that. I be seeing him talking about he about to go lay somebody down. This is a stereotype that we put on ourselves. And that's a stereotype that they put on themselves. Now, of course, hey, you got the cops, but that's a different story. We seen plenty of white folk post pictures with their daughters holding guns before they go to prom. But none of it is negative. None of it is negative. None of it is negative. Until you see that. I bought some gloves. I bought a Glock for them messy hoes that try to fight me or something like that. Like, what? What's the purpose? What's the purpose? So once again, we know what the intentions are with them guns when the black folk are posting it. Let's stop acting naive and gullible and try to make it a race thing when it's not. Because we're putting that stereotype on ourselves. Nothing wrong with us having them, but when we start posing with them, it's never nothing positive. It's always it always has something to do with smoking a nigga. We all know it to be true. Look at every black person that has got a gun in their picture and you tell me what the captions say. It's a fact. It is a fact. Like I said, go look at some of my brothers and sisters, man, that's in the hood, man, posting with pictures and shit. But we put that damn negative perception on ourselves. We put that negative stereotype on ourselves at the end of the day. And once again, and to go back earlier, people gotta understand the difference between a mistake and the difference between a bad decision. She made a bad decision. She made a bad choice. She wanted to sit over here and pose and do all that extra stuff. And people tend to forget. And it seems like it's only my black people. They don't think about the business side of it. You think a school want that? You think any school want that shit up in there? You think any school want that shit up in there? You better go to an HBCU with that. You're gonna have to go to an HBCU with that, not a white school. You're not gonna be able to do that. And I doubt even the HBCU will allow that. I mean, of course we got a bunch of a bunch of hood rats up in there, John. But I mean, I doubt a lot of them ain't posing with pictures. And if they are, then I mean, hey, it's obviously not controversial. This just happened to get controversial. But regardless, man, we still are held to a higher standard. At the end of the day, we're still held to a higher standard. A mistake is me walking with a plate of food and it slips out my hand. Oh, damn, a mistake. But a bad choice is me taking it and just throwing it on the floor. That's a bad choice. So somebody said it would have been trash if a white girl did it too. Laugh aloud, color don't matter. This whole idea was trash. Somebody then says, I think the punishment was extreme. That's messed up. Then somebody said, I agree. We've all made mistakes we had to live with. I hope she learned a good lesson from this one. The consequences are tough. I think the university taught her a valuable lesson though. Leave that gangster-ish at home. This is an institution of higher learning, not a rap video. Once again, if you go to a corporate world, a corporate world is not going to allow this. A corporate world is not going to allow this. In the corporate world, they're going to sit up here and say, hey, look, you can do one or two things. You can keep this video up, but you're going to have to leave this establishment, or you can take the video down and come in here and act like you got some sense and don't put that shit up ever again. You're going to have to make a decision, but they don't want that on them. It's the same thing with college. You're paying thousands of dollars to go to college. You got to treat it like a business. At the end of the day, you got to treat it like a business. But once again, seems like my black people just don't get that. Somebody said, nah, it's equally effed up. Not really. Somebody then said, so true. This was not a mistake. This was a bad choice. A mistake is something that you do because you didn't know it was bad to do it. She made a choice to have them guns in the picture. Well, there's always community college and online, so she'll get an education, which is true. I mean, it ain't like, her life is over with or nothing. She can still go to community college, do 2 years, and then boom, go to find a better college. I mean, football players do it all the time. Bad grades, they go to community college for 2 years, turn it around. Hey, players who are freaking great, but just messed up, doing something, made a bad decision. Got to go to community college for 2 years. I mean, she can go to community college. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Somebody then says, no one is downing her. We're held to a much, much higher, bigger standard than them. It just wasn't a choice for her special occasion, wishing her blessings in the future. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, a decision has to be made. Choices have to be made. And she made a bad choice. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna, you know, people gonna slip up sometimes. But at the end of the day, a decision still has to be made. A right decision still has to be made, and it's up to you to make that sound decision, make that sound choice. If you don't, that's on you. That is on you. You can't blame nobody else for that but yourself. And that's what it seems like a lot of my black people fail to do. When criticism gets put in place, it's a problem. We can't take that shit. People refusing accountability, and I'm pretty sure she probably went online and, oh, these people this and these people that, blah blah. They being racist. You can't make it a race thing, bro. You cannot make it a race thing. At the end of the day, once again, you look at some of these white folk who taking pictures with these guns. They're not talking about murking nobody. But when you look at these black folk who posing with guns, what are they talking about? Look at this picture right here, right? I don't know about the bottom right corner. I don't know the little white couple. As a high schooler, when I was messing with white women, you know, that was my biggest fear. But I never went to prom, so I ain't never really had to worry about that. You look over here at the left, man. You see, they're in all blue. You see the father with the gun on his hip. I don't see nothing wrong with that picture. I don't see no ratchetness, no ghetto-ness, no nothing in that. Then you got the top right where you got the daughter and it seems like you got the father, the brothers, and the uncles. They're all having a pistol. Nothing wrong with that. But then when you take it back and you go look at the one where you got the dude holding the pistol, we got a dude holding the gun and she's holding the pistol, you know what I'm saying? And it looked like he got holding a pistol to the damn camera. And then you read the caption, you're like, dude, okay, it seems like there's a little bit more than just some prom pictures now. It seems like there's a little bit more than just some prom pictures, my guy. What's the purpose of having a gun? No, there's no reason to have the guns in there. There's just no reason. We got to make everything niggerish when it comes to shit like this, when it comes to crazy events. So, you know, man, at the end of the day, we're held to a higher standard. We have to move differently. At the end of the day, that's just how black people have to move in America. We have to move differently. We can't move the same way that white folk move. We can't do everything that white folk do. What they be saying with this law? Yeah, man, dude, when they created this talking about equality for everybody, they weren't talking about black folk. They were just talking about white folk. They were talking about just white folk. So we have to move differently. We can't get upset every time they take away your scholarship or whatever because you're doing ignorant shit like this. Cut the ignorant shit out, bro. Cut the ignorant shit out. 90%, damn near 90 to 95% of my subscribers are black. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the hell I'm freaking talking about. We're not stupid here, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about making sound decisions. At the end of the day, it's all about making sound decisions. A white man can sit over here and do something and nobody bats an eye. But the second the black person do the exact same thing, we're going to be looked at differently. Guess what? Just don't do it. Move accordingly. So do me a favor, man. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe.